You guys, what's up? Welcome back. Took a little hiatus to go visit a friend this weekend. Hope you didn't miss me too much. I missed all of you incredibly, as always. But it's time to get back to the charts. That was probably my first break in memory, actually, of where I really was disconnected from the charts and what was going on in the space. So I'm getting back into it. Easing back in, and we'll do it together, I guess. Just doing these finishing touches here, as always. Wish there was a way to do this before the stream, but until you have the link and you're live, you can't do some of these things. I don't know how people do it. Yes, there's the Discord link. There we go. What up, what up? George McChicken. How you doing, bro? McChicken. The only thing that's good on the McDonald's menu anymore. Check all these settings. Good. Yeah, welcome back. Everyone's finding their way back here. Alright. Welcome back, guys. We're starting up here in 2 seconds. More realistically, I don't know, like 2 minutes. 55. Alright. Alright. It's an exciting day. Seems pretty chill on the surface, but there's some spice about. We're gonna check it out here. All right. Yo, everybody. Oh yeah, Dubnet. That's a good reminder. Yeah, we can get the link out. So you guys know I don't typically shill anything referral here, but there's an exception. There's an exception. Where's this link? So forgive the shill. But if you are a TradingView user, which most of us are for the most part, there is a deal going on right now that's too good to give up. If you're paying for TradingView, you definitely want to check this out. I saved like $400 on my yearly membership. I'll put my referral link in the chat one time. It's their Black Friday sale. It's different percents off of annual memberships on TradingView, and we pretty much all use TradingView. So this is the one time I'm gonna like shill anything that is referral related. There's a link. It's just too good. It's too good to give. It's too good not to mention, at least. So good reminder, Dubnet, that pretty much all of us pay for TradingView, and you might as well get a discount. So quick notes on that though. If you're newer, or honestly if you just don't do that much charting, the free version of TradingView is totally fine. There's like nothing you're really missing out on. They just limit how many different indicators you can put on your chart. I think they limit how many charts you can have. If you want to upgrade on TradingView, I would suggest just the first tier is fine. I pay for like the stupid expensive one just so the stream can, I don't know, have as many charts as we want and stuff, but it doesn't offer anything that you don't get through the other memberships. So you don't need the premium. You don't need to spend $50 a month. But that Black Friday deal saved me $400 on my yearly memberships. That hopefully it saves you guys something too. Ah, rare exception. That felt weird. I didn't like that. I don't like the referral link stuff. Alright, so we're back. And Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what have you been doing? Nothing. But that's okay. Because there is a lot of action going on elsewhere. Lots of action. We have coins like XRP, ETH, ADA, Bitcoin Cash, Zen. What else is on fire here? Nano, BAT, ZEC, VeChain. They're all there. We just have some crazy gains across the space in the last 24 hours, and we're definitely gonna take a look at all those charts. First, we're gonna, as always, check out Bitcoin, see where it's at, and then we'll get into the alts. You gotta address the king first. So, let's see. Like I said, I've been disconnected the last 24 hours. It was unnerving, but it was relaxing in a way I don't think I have done in, I don't know, man, like a year plus. I really don't think I've been anywhere, like anywhere where I wouldn't be able to stream or look at the charts if I like had to. And it was actually kind of nice to not even have the option and spend a night away. I highly recommend everyone else do it if you're starting to feel fatigued, because it will happen. You will get fatigued. And it just leads you to not thinking clearly. So highly recommend it. If you're feeling burnt out, take a break after the show and step away from the charts, because I'm feeling good. So Bitcoin in the last 48 hours, saw a little bit of selling, but man, this is still the same situation, isn't it? It's like we've made a new high, we've pulled back a little bit, but where's the correction, right? Like 19,000 to 18.2. Yeah, it's $800 move, but it's what, 4%? Still haven't gotten the correction that everyone's waiting for at this point. Sitting right underneath the all-time high. Spicy. That's just spicy. We can look back and we see this trend line here. I'll change colors so you guys can get a better look. I'll keep it yellow. Holding Bitcoin still in trend. We can see it has dropped below it, quickly rebounds back into it, and this series of lows respecting it so far rather well. We do have a tight trading range here. Local resistance at about 18,480 and a local support at 18,283. So not sure which way it's going to break at this point, but price is pretty cramped. We do see some divergences forming on as small time frames as the hourly on MACD. We see bullish divergence. There's no bearish divergence on the highs according to RSI, but MACD says there is. So this is a tight range. In the short term, we have kind of signals going both ways. Local resistance right above us, local support right below. So it's going to be interesting to see which way this breaks into the new week. That trend is sharp, man. All the way back from the beginning of November, off the first rally in November. So I'm keeping an eye on that for sure. A break and close below this trend line likely to lead to more selling. However, you know, we were kind of hypothesizing this 17.2 would be resistance on the way up. Did not act as resistance, but we did back test to that area, not completely to the 17,175 that we would have expected. But that's probably the level everyone's eyes should be at. 17.2. Below there, basically I would expect more selling, though at this point it doesn't seem like the market's super interested in putting in any kind of lower low. That shakeup yesterday, if we look to the left, really what invalidated one low? The first one. I think we actually have a similar pattern here on the way up with this. Actually very reminiscent of right here, isn't it? I'm just noticing that right now as we're doing this. This looks pretty similar to what we see now. We have the sell-off and then lower highs with two more consecutive, less intense sell-offs. Looks pretty similar to this, what we're seeing right now. Though this is clearly more clustered, or playing out on a shorter time frame. I guess what we would expect then is lower high to the trend. Something like that if we were to repeat this price action. That does look very similar though, so I'm going to keep my eye on that. Maybe even throw up a ghost bar. I love this tool. I don't care how many times it doesn't work. I love this bars pattern tool on TradingView. It's just one of my favorite. I charted without it for years. I didn't know it existed. And then randomly somebody told me about it and I was like, wait, you're joking, that exists? That's like what I've been, it's what I've been looking for months, and it's just been here the whole time. Let's see what this looks like. It is a fit, but it's not the best fit. So maybe it wasn't quite as close as I thought, but it still is a similar price action. We may be looking for a swing high at some point that sells off to mirror it better, or we could just see totally unrelated price action also. Completely likely. Let's take a look. We have 4 hours and 30 minutes left in the day, and on the 4 hour we have finally kind of agreement on the chart here. You see MACD below. Have a nice low swing low on the 4 hour. Lower than the previous, but higher in price, showing us bullish divergence on the lows locally and bearish divergence on the highs locally. We've seen this almost all the way up. Bearish divergence on the highs over and over and over again. And we keep expecting it to play out, and it keeps not playing out. So more of the same. RSI reflecting pretty much the same story, except not the exact same story. We have bullish divergence on the lows on the 4 hour RSI as well, and bearish divergence on the highs. So they're in agreement. One would expect that this bearish divergence plays out eventually, because we keep seeing it, keeps making these lower highs over and over and over again. But it is not reflected in price action. So it's a strange scenario. Not too much of note on the 4 hour, yeah. We just see the 50 moving average pretty much parallel with our trend line here, and that is nice to see, because in the event that it breaks, we may have that 50 moving average on the 4 hour to fall back on as support, and hopefully see a bounce if it does happen. 12 hours still in sell mode, still showing selling momentum is increasing. Has not quite put in a lower low compared to the 14th through 16th here. And as usual on the 12 hour, this is now like par for the course. Still more lower highs on our side over and over and over. And has it been more than since the beginning of the month, actually? More than that. Since the 22nd of October's high, the 12 hour has not been able to put in a higher high swing on RSI. That is just bearish divergence. There's really no other way to look at it. We do have RSI above 50, so at least we're in a bullish area on this indicator. But it is odd. You don't see that play out. I mean, and then it's even on MACD, we have a lower high. You don't see this happen too often without price responding, so suspicious. Very suspicious. Look at the daily. Yeah, the daily looks ugly. I was yesterday really briefly when we were doing our one-on-ones with patrons got to take a look at the chart and basically pointed out how similar this little reversal pattern we see playing out twice before looked to price action in the last few days, but now maybe breaking the pattern, maybe. But we do get this doji at the top of these peaks, and that is why I think it looks really similar. And if it does, I mean, if this is also that pattern, then that's probably good news, because it just suggests that we continue doing what we're doing. we really haven't seen the selling pressure that would be expected at this level. You know, when you go zoom out to the daily, this candle probably felt bad or scary in the moment, but when you zoom out, it's barely moved at all. So this is not, in my opinion, the rejection that potentially the all-time high could have in store or that we're expecting. And this was really just profit taking because momentum slowed down. Buyers pulled off the gas a little bit, but I wouldn't say they put the brakes on. The daily does look on our side to have a weak bearish divergence here on MACD, being a double top or about as close as you get to a double top on MACD swings, which is just a weak bearish signal, followed up with a little bit of loss of momentum. However, still nowhere close to flipping bearish on that MACD, so not too much has changed. RSI on the daily again showing us somewhat of a different picture than the smaller time frames. Yes, this is a lower high versus the 5th of November. Very, very slightly, and actually we have another chart or different exchange to look at that a patron actually pointed out that I think is interesting. Huobi, whatever, however you say it. We were looking at their chart, and they actually don't have that bearish divergence. This high locally on the daily is a higher high on Huobi. And I thought that was really interesting. I wouldn't expect to see that much of a difference. So this is that exchange I was talking about, and they, yeah, you can see RSI here, totally different. Putting in the highest high of the year here, actually on Huobi. I probably sound like an idiot saying that. And it's just fascinating to me that we're going to have such a conflicting signal across exchanges. Wouldn't typically expect that. I think I can kind of comfortably say, yeah, I've got a subscriber. Sven, Verbiest, what's up, brother? Oh, we have two. And Simple One DEA, welcome. It's good to have you guys in our crypto fam. Thanks for subscribing. What was that? Yeah, it's just odd to be so different. And I think what I can say pretty confidently is because this high locally is so close, like within 0.01 or 0.02 something. If we combine that with what we're seeing on the other exchange, maybe this isn't bearish divergence, and if it is, it's likely to be a very weak one, closer to a double top than a real threatening divergence on the high. Keith Crossan, what's up, brother? Thanks for the follow, welcome. What we've been following, daily Ichimoku Cloud looking fine, still just hanging out under price as we kind of speculated on this candle, I believe, when we were streaming. That if the high was in, we were to see this trend sideways, and could signal an area of support or bounce. And currently that is at 17.4, which lines up with our 17.2 kind of watch out price level. You can see it's trending just above it, so that's a good sign. I think the 12-hour, yeah, okay, the 12-hour has also been on Ichi a level that we've been watching to see if this trend is going to hold up. And while we did close these 12-hour candles below it, it immediately responded by moving back up, and it looks like the current candle we're on, as the last few did, has wicked below it, but now it's trading back above it. So this is still, to me, looking like a valid indicator or level to be watching the TK lines on the 12-hour and daily. Yeah, we see a lot of similar. I guess a lot of similarities, I think, between this peak and the previous peaks. That sideways trading, they all have that, I don't know, signature gravestone doji-ish looking thing. And then they just weekly bounce and trade sideways before moving up again. So I think it looks good. Really, the takeaway from all those time frames is there just doesn't seem to be power behind the selling recently. And that could explain why price has just been floating up. Not much change. Not much change since we started. We do have, so this is very small time frame. This is the hour. And what we do see is prices sold off below the 50 and the 100 and the 20 at the same time, and they're just sitting right above price, and that likely is going to act as some resistance. A close above these moving averages is going to be a nice signal for continuation, at least back up to our little resistance zone up here. But there really just isn't anything above us. Like, we have, this is very local resistance, not likely to be very strong, and above that it's just the all-time high. So this is an interesting spot to be in. This is a very difficult spot to try to trade, because especially if you're new and you're entering, you're potentially buying, you know, as close to the top as people can really have bought in 2017, with no guarantee of it to continue to go up. However, there's just been so many people waiting on a pullback. We've been saying this since March. Everybody's been waiting for a pullback since March, and we haven't gotten one. So this is a really sticky situation, and I've actually been listening to my own advice. Whoa, phone blowing up. Actually might be the best spot if you're new to just look into what DCA is, dedicated cost average, or dollar cost average, because that may be the best way to potentially enter at the moment if you haven't already been exposed in crypto. Cut out some of that volatility and risk by entering slowly. I have a video on that on my channel if you want to check it out, or you can Google it, but that's the only thing I can really say is maybe a smart move here. It's just so close to the all-time high. Now it may be even smarter to wait to see it break and kind of eat that loss, simply to confirm the market's putting in a higher high and really flipping to that strong bullish trend that we've seen in the past. All right, so we have a bunch of altcoins to look at. Nice, we have 250 watching now. What's up, guys? Everybody's back. Everybody's hyped. Feeling it today. I'm feeling it. Yeah, 260, cool. I thought maybe you guys would forget about me over the last 24 hours. It's good to see you haven't. Only 62 likes though. This is pretty low. It's pretty low for us. I guess a friendly reminder to anyone who hasn't yet, please hit that like button for the new stream. It really helps us get visibility on the platform, and keeps visible to our subscribers and people who tune in every day, so I'd very much appreciate that. Alright, there we are, and I was just talking about it, and now it's pushing up into those moving averages, so excellent. Again, all of this here is just very local. They're not historical resistances. These are just kind of areas that in the last few days, the last 2-3 days, have put in some kind of trading and then sold off below. So don't expect these areas to be super strong resistance. Really just a hurdle, waiting for buyers to come in and settle at those prices. I love how different. So fun fact, the Huobi exchange, or what I was talking about earlier, their daily closes and opens, so that you can see that their daily actually just closed 3 hours and 45 minutes ago. So it's, I found this to be really interesting. I didn't know that other exchanges settled their candles at different times. And what's interesting about it is it just gives you a different look at what should be the same chart, because these candles on the daily are opening and closing at a different time than other exchanges. You're going to have different candle patterns here. You're going to have just a different view of the same data. Not likely to see too much difference in indicators, though I say that and I was just pointing out how there is one. That's why it was extra spicy to me. But definitely your candle patterns are going to be different. So I think this is a good thing to maybe add into our tool belts here. When we can't find we can't like really find any edge or evidence of where this move might go next, looking at this exchange might be a smart move just to get a different take on the same data. So pretty interesting. I was glad that got pointed out to me. Let's see what's up. Oh, Bitcoin dominance we have to talk about. So this is interesting. Bitcoin dominance, as I'm sure everyone's aware, and as we're about to look at, we've seen some serious alt gains, not just in USD pair, but also against Bitcoin in the last 3-4 days. And in my opinion, this can pretty much be attributed to Bitcoin dominance pulling back, something we've been waiting for. And of course it happens when I'm not here, waiting for it for days or weeks. And so basically what this means is, with these red bars, is that Bitcoin has given up some percent of its share or dominance over the total crypto market cap, meaning essentially alts have swollen and rallied off of it, taking up more percent of the market cap. However, we are pretty much at a critical level. You can see that we were looking for a rejection earlier. We didn't get it quite when we expected, and rallied a little more. But we did pull back to near the levels we've been watching, which is the 200 daily moving average right here. You guys aren't going to be able to see it. The 200 is just a little bit below at 62.45, and it looks like the daily at the moment has hit the 50 and bounced a little bit. Totally expecting to see some kind of support, but alright, that candle just went nutty. Some kind of support or bounce here, and what that could mean is, though we have seen these nice juicy rallies in a bunch of alts, really, excuse me, it's hard to name an alt that hasn't had some upside very recently. A bounce on Bitcoin dominance would suggest that they're likely to at least lose value against Bitcoin, not necessarily against the dollar, but very likely against Bitcoin if we do see a significant bounce here. So keep that in mind as we take a look at these alts here. We do see them especially in Bitcoin pair, because Bitcoin dominance really doesn't have anything to do with the dollar or the dollar value of coins in the space. It really only has to do with the altcoin Bitcoin pair. Yeah, we got more subscribers. Freshy 27 and Rob or Mirod. What's up, brothers? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you. Make sure you guys are in Discord, by the way. I haven't even said a word about Discord. Yeah, make sure you guys are in Discord. It's the best way to keep up with our streams. There's also educational content, 24/7 live streaming, and a bunch of other nice little things, and it's really just the best way to keep up with everything we do here. YouTube doesn't always show our videos or live streams to our subscribers for unknown reasons, and being in Discord will guarantee that you keep up with everything we do. So sweet. Hey, Juliet Duncan, our newest patron. Welcome. It's good to have you joining in. So we're looking at Bitcoin dominance, and now we're looking at Ethereum, which has had a nice rally. Very nice. I was definitely wrong. I'll have to say it. The other episode I was speculating. I'll say it. I was absolutely expecting more sideways trading underneath the previous resistance and above the previous support. However, we did not get it. Ethereum has really just continued up. It did have this nice healthy pullback on the 22nd before moving higher. What do we see here? Let's see. Nice 4-hour no bearish divergence on the highs on Ethereum. If you remember from earlier in the episode, we did see it on Bitcoin. So interesting. Didn't expect that. Juiciest part about Ethereum here is we're off into that kind of void, and we really don't have much trading. We really don't have many trading or values, whatever, There's really just nothing here all the way up to about 740. There are like areas you could maybe take as resistance on the way up, but in my opinion, they're just not going to be super influential or reactive to price, and more likely they will be just areas where price kind of just trades sideways for a little bit, or maybe as a soft pullback. The only other level I could even pretend is valid is 669. You look on the monthly, there's just nothing. So either way, in USD, Ethereum looking like it could have more upside here. It really did not have too much trouble with the 500 area after breaking it like we were expecting. And so it's definitely looking good. This could be a flagging out, may see a slight pullback here, but the edge is looking up still. Simply because there shouldn't be any real reason here to see this rally stop. However, in the Bitcoin pair, and this is what we were talking about with dominance, we do see Ethereum approaching one of our levels here. I believe this is from fib retracement. Yep, there we are. We see Ethereum BTC reaching the 0.5 retracement level, which is where we pretty much always expect to see a reversal move to. And we also have a level above us, 0343 for the 618 retrace. At this point, looks likely as well. However, with the condition of Bitcoin dominance, this actually lines up well, because remember, Bitcoin dominance doesn't really have anything to do with the US dollar value. So Ethereum could go up or down, and it wouldn't have, it really wouldn't speak to what Bitcoin dominance is saying. However, its Bitcoin pair is influenced by that Bitcoin dominance, and that would line up well here if we see, well, if we see this rally in ETH/BTC slow down or reverse or retrace a little bit, that would line up with Bitcoin dominance bouncing off of one of those moving averages, and that would be pretty much expected. So we will see if, because Bitcoin dominance has not bounced yet, it's simply at the 50 daily, and it's just a logical place to look for a bounce. If we see that Bitcoin dominance continues to sell off down to the 200 daily, that's when I think it's likely we do reach up to the 618 retracement level at 0343. But if we get a bounce here, I think we're likely to explore a little lower, or maybe back test these previous highs at about 0.03. Yeah, we will see. But Ethereum either way is looking very strong. You know, I'm talking about this like short-term Bitcoin dominance play or setup, but it really has no impact on the long term. So regardless really of what Bitcoin dominance does here in the next like 3 or 4 days, I would expect that to play out. Doesn't have a big impact on the grand view, the long term. We may see a pullback on ETH/BTC, but that pullback is likely just going to be a nice, like, healthy move up, stair step up, like we saw back here. Long term, you guys probably, or people who have been around know that I've said this forever. Bitcoin dominance, I'm bearish on indefinitely, because it started at 100 when it was the only coin, so it was 100% of the total market cap. And basically, by definition, as soon as there was a second coin, and now there's thousands, as soon as there was a second one, it could never be 100% dominant again. Because now, even if that other coin is 1 penny or something of market cap, it can't be 100%. That makes sense. Just by adding anything, it no longer can be 100. If that makes sense. So I think that alts will continue to gain on Bitcoin, especially if we are in a bullish trend or entering a bull run. I do think they will continue to gain against Bitcoin throughout it, and are likely to look to retest maybe their highs on some coins. Many coins likely to put in new highs, all-time highs in Bitcoin pair. And this is going to become increasingly important as we potentially transition into a bull run here. Trading the Bitcoin pairs, fiat becomes very dangerous in a bull run to hold on to for any amount of time. Basically, fiat is for the bear market and Bitcoin pair is for the bull market. That's how I see it. ZEC. So ZEC just had its halving event. I guess it was good timing. I guess. We see it breaking through a pretty important resistance here from its high in October of $76. Really getting in line with the rest of the market here on this. We've seen highs from this year, from 2020 in August on a lot of coins, and retracement, and now they're all seemingly breaking their local highs, and in my opinion it means they're looking to test their previous highs in 2020. So for ZEC it's just at about $100. Depending on how this plays out though, my sights would likely be on the $130 resistance area back from June of 2019. It was exciting times. Turn this red. But yeah, ZEC looking solid, especially for just having its halving event. You know, a lot of coins like Litecoin rallied into its halving event and then sold off for a year. Bitcoin had its halving event, then sold off. Or wait, no, that was before March. March it sold off, and then May was the halving. Not a good example, never mind. But this isn't always the case, and so it's great to see this happening on ZEC. I don't have too much to say about it in general. It is rallying against Bitcoin again. However, it's big structure, and this is the weekly, so this is a very big view. Something I really like about this coin is you have this really big M pattern on the ZEC BTC pair. Really big, spanning back a year. No, 2 years. No year. From December 9th. Any significant bounce here is really going to set it up long term for movement to the upside. Well, let's get our fib out actually and see if we can quickly kind of spot. Here we are. Right around there. Looks solid. On ZEC BTC pair, I'm going to be looking for around 006 for a 50% retrace of this sell-off from the August 2020 high. That's a nice little area actually. That looks very good. That could be a potential 30 to 55% gain against Bitcoin. That does go against the Bitcoin dominance thing we're looking at here. However, like I said, that's really long term. So unlikely in my opinion for this to just move up like that. Much more likely, because this is weekly candles, is maybe something like this to play out over the next few months. And that would just be the mega reversal pattern, man. That M is always a welcomed sign on a chart that has been suppressed for so long. So in my opinion, ZEC's looking to have a solid 2021 based on the Bitcoin pair alone. Bitcoin Cash. Whew. Where's Skytronics, man? Get Skytronics back in here. Oh wait, for some reason I didn't get these alerts. Zaz Ojo and E-Hole. Sorry guys, I didn't get my end. Probably popped up on the street. Well, maybe not. Either way, thank you guys for your donations, your $2. Zaz Ojo asked, could XRP decouple from BTC? I doubt it. I doubt decoupling. Not super likely in crypto at the moment, but that doesn't really mean anything other than is it correlated to Bitcoin. Doesn't mean it can't run wild, doesn't mean it can't do whatever you're imagining, but to decouple, that's not a necessary event for coins to really put on gains. So I don't know, man. I don't think so, but I think it still can run wild. So, and then E-hole, please invest this ridiculous fortune wisely. Yes, wise words from E-hole. It's good to see you, brother. BCH, man. We looked at this when one of our viewers, Skytronics, asked about it a few days ago, and we were looking at this daily setup with these moving averages, and it had really no edge when we were looking at our indicators at the time. But what we did know basically is when this breaks to the upside or the downside, it's going to be a very strong move. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. The TA was respected on that, man. Right up to its $319 resistance, like in a snap. Took 3 days. What we saw yesterday, which is, someone asked me about this, or I pulled it up yesterday in one of our chats. Wow, they asked me about OMG, and I said this looks similar. So what BCH had going for it is the daily setup, this nice rally through resistance, and then perfectly back tested that 273. This is a beautiful play. That could not ask for more accuracy on that, man. From resistance right to support with very little in between. 319. Holding for now, it seems, on Bitcoin Cash into the close, but there is 4 more hours. I'm going to put an alert on this, actually. A break of this high on Bitcoin Cash likely to lead its rally all the way up to the monthly resistance at 375. That would also put in a higher macro high here from 2020 in June. That would set it up really well. This coin did not do much for a long time. You can see it traded sideways almost, with the exception of this one rally, it traded sideways for a year and plus. 260 days, that's a long time, especially with a little bit of that same price action over here. So this $203 support on BCH, unless something crazy happens with Bitcoin, honestly unlikely to be tested again. Unless there's some black swan event, unlikely to see it trade at that level, or more accurately below that level again. So this is an interesting chart. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of Bitcoin Cash. I do have some, but it's always nice to see these really clean moves on the chart. So it has my attention for now, absolutely. That's cool. Custom Gear DK, what's up, brother? Good to have you here. Thanks for the follow. But your Litecoin, what are you doing? The Litecoin finally looks like it's not just broken. It's $84.50 resistance, but also today back tested it. So this may be turned into support now at $84.50. Which would be great news because we've been watching this and basically waiting for this to happen. It looks a lot like, wow, this just looks just like BCH to me now. It's funny how all the coins look totally different, and then out of nowhere they look the same. You have that rally above resistance, almost a perfect back test to the previous resistance, confirming it as support. In Litecoin's case, it was $67.96, and then you rally to the next resistance. So that's a pleasant sight. Also definitely adding an alert. So traded as high as $90 today. Impressive. Coming off a low from September, just September of $41. That's more than a 2x in a month. The market is really heating up. It's awesome to see. So if Litecoin can hold this level and find more upside, next resistance above is at, you may see some resistance at 100 just as a psychological level, but the next real resistance sitting at $122, and that would be that's where my eyes will be. That's where I will be looking if we see this high here on today break as well. Bitcoin pair finally moving up. It's been looking strong the last few weeks. Garrett Adkins, what's up, bro? Thanks for subscribing. It's good to have you here. Still waiting on that 0.05 retest for Litecoin Bitcoin pair. We've been keeping a close eye on it. Litecoin in the past has been a very good indicator for Bitcoin, and to see it break up is always a welcome sight when Bitcoin's moving up, as they, for whatever reason, have moved in tandem in the past for long periods of time. Yeah, it's not quite where I want it to be, but still looking to close the daily as a bullish engulfed candle. Potentially looking for that 0.05 test. That would be amazing. And in that event, looking up here at our target box, from about 0.054 up to 0.056 or 5.9 or 6. So potentially lots of upside on these pairs across the market. Maybe seeing something like this. I don't know. Spicy though. Very spicy moves in the last 24 hours. Of course, the one time I'm not looking. XRP, man, this coin has been ripping. Absolutely ripping. Just like out of control. How far back is this high? What, resistance maybe? You gotta zoom out. Gotta zoom out for this. It's a that monthly candle looks ridiculous. Just nuts. Okay, XRP reaching for 58.1 cents for a monthly resistance. Didn't seem to struggle too much with its 43-cent resistance. Not having any issues with the indicators here either. Obviously, with this giant monthly candle, you're seeing the indicators, RSI, MACD, whatever oscillator you're using at home, rip up as well, making higher highs, which is what you want to see. If you're moving up, you want higher highs. You don't want bearish divergence. And XRP is performing beautifully with it, especially after underperforming for so long. XRP holders probably very happy with this recent move. Not gonna lie. I know I would be if I was a big XRP guy, so congrats to people who made it through here. This is a solid move. However, it almost certainly is going to at some point pull off a similar consolidation period as we saw back here in August and September. Could be off of this 58-cent resistance. Could see kind of thing. Hopefully before then reaching into our target box here with a high of $1, man. That's 2018 flashbacks. 68 cents to $1 for the 0.5 retrace between the high and the lows. That's where we should be expecting long term to see it go. But yes, resistance above us at 58 cents, and it'll be interesting to see what it does there, because it has shown no chill. Zero chill on the daily after taking off. Really just spreading its wings here. Series of higher RSI highs, something we don't see on Bitcoin. Certainly not as clearly. Though a test of that 58.1 cents makes sense to me. I would say it's the probable thing to happen here, as it's really not that far away anymore. Fib's not telling us too much. It's already reached the measured move. I was actually at 50 cents, so it's overshot it. I will say it's impressive, or a good sign to have blasted through 50 cents so easily. Yesterday's candle did find it as resistance, but then today's shrugged it off. 50 cents is always a target to be looking at on everything. Whether that's 50 cents or $50 or $5, it's really a psychological number that people favor when they're kind of just picking out random targets. the 5s and the 0s are big psychological values. Yeah, this lines up pretty well. So on XRP, the daily, we set these nice higher highs. And now in the 4 hour, we're seeing potential bearish divergence on both the RSI and MACD.
Please go over MGTI Bitcoin miner. I see a daily candle bullish wedge.
Yo, coin collector, brother. Thank you for the 5, and sure, we can look at MGTI. Never looked at it, but sounds like fun. Let me finish up XRP here, because I'm pretty much done anyway. If we see this bearish divergence on the highs of the 4 hour play out, it lines up really well with being right near our 58-cent resistance. Could just mean that we want to come back and fully back test this 43% resistance as support before moving higher. That lines up really well. Alright, so Angel Tech 72, welcome, brother. It's good to have you. Thank you for the follow. And Mickey Vajinovic. I butchered that, brother. But welcome to you as well, man. Great to have you. Seems like we have a lot of new faces here. I'm going to be totally honest. I have not read the chat at all yet. I took the, like 24 hours off and not quite in the zone as I usually am in it. So I've been trying to just focus and get through these coins that we've seen a lot of spice with in the last 24 hours. So I apologize for not reading the chat so much. I'm not ignoring you guys, I promise. When we get through these, I will read the chat and we'll see what's going on with you guys. I just there's just a lot to look at. So MGTI for Mr. Coin Collector. Holy crap, man, we have 450 watching. This is, I have not looked since we started, but that is a record for us. Wow. I'm blown away. That is definitely a record for our live streams. So welcome everybody. You are part of history right now. Being here. Thanks for being here. Holy crap. 150 likes. Oh, that's a little low though. If you're someone who's joining us, we have a lot of issues with let's call it Batto Shanning, as we do here, because we don't say those real words, the boogie monster words. YouTube, I'd say pretty regularly will not show our live streams to our viewers and subscribers, and the more engagement we get on these streams, typically the less often it happens. So if you can spare a like for the new stream, would be super appreciated. Just keeps us in the search and allows people who want to find our content to find our content. So awesome. Do appreciates it. Now let's look at MGTI, to do mining company, I believe. I don't think I've ever done TA on it. We do TA on anything here. Charts are charts, man. Doesn't matter what kind of data we're looking at. We can apply technical analysis to it if it's in the form of a chart. So we do gold and silver and stocks and different things outside of crypto, so don't be afraid to ask for them. We just are we're just crypto focused. When not given anything else too interesting, we tend to just stick with crypto. So this is an ugly this is ugly, man. I can fix it for you. Let's just invert it. Now it's super bullish. I'm just playing. Ho man, this is nutty. The viewership today is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to have all these new faces with us. I'm actually going to move the alert box over for once, because I don't want this train of new subscriptions to block everyone's view too much. Mr. D, Abu Bakr Apala, Victor Martin Iglesias, Joe Grows 420, Wayne Omega, Jesus, look at all these people. Mir Wise Mohammed, welcome fam.
Total monthly chart also XRP folks, it takes 600 from here to even reach out again please. Chill with the triple digits HOPIUM.
Fair enough. Thank you, Rico, for the 10. Total monthly. Yeah, we look at total monthly. We were looking at XRP. Oh, that's probably why everyone's going nutty. Probably. Thank you for the euros, my friend Rico. Let me take a look at this for Coin Collector, this MGTI. MGT Capital Investments. I hope this is what you wanted to look at, because it was the only result. Probably is. Probably. Man, chat's going crazy. I couldn't even find you to to ask you there, Coin Collector. Hopefully it is. So wow, this is wait, it goes all the way back to 97, so I guess it can't be just mining, right? Capital investments. Coin Collector. Daily is better. They started mining. Oh, okay, they mined in 2016. Alright. Alright. So right around here, okay, we see that they did rally with crypto, with the market in 2017 and sold off. Man, this is savage, but you guys know I love charts that look like this, because charts that look like this can offer us the most value. Currently sitting at the 1.618 retrace. That's a good spot to be sitting. Let's see if we have an edge here. We have the measured move, or the 2 retrace down here at a value that's so low. I'm not even going to put it on the chart, because essentially it's just out of business at that point. Let's start on this. I guess we can even start on the monthly, because we have so much chart history. That's the one thing I like about stocks and precious metals and things more than crypto, is just how much chart history they have. I love it. Gives you so much more data to work with. There's really no divergence here at all on the monthly. Nice bullish engulfing candle on the monthly here, though, coming in clutch off of this 1.618 retrace from the low to the high back here in 2016-17. Nice place to see this. Absolutely welcomed. You are gonna face some kind of resistance here, certainly. Looks like you're already at it. Okay. Alright. This chart looks way better than when I first opened it up to me. What secrets do you have for us, chart? Show me all secrets. Okay, not much. Not much on the weekly. Solid 2 weekly candles in a row, though. Welcomed sight, I'm sure. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. Good. No local bearish divergence on the highs. Coming off of daily bullish divergence on the lows. In retrospect, is easy to see. But I just looked at it, so couldn't have caught it earlier. We see the lows coming down, and see the lows. Wait, what's going on? This looks different than what I thought it did. MACD. It's MACD that's showing it. This is confusing my brain. Okay. I was right. I was right the first time. Alright, we see the price making new lows while RSI is making higher lows. That's bullish divergence. We see a higher high in RSI locally to the previous rallies, so we're avoiding the bearish divergence on the highs. That's a good sign. I'm definitely going to run into some resistance here at 2.39 or 2.4 cents. As you can see, there was a good amount of trading and rejecting at this level. Where does this fit best? Probably right around here. That looks right. Man, I'll tell you what, though, this chart has some potential. Nice. Yeah. So likely area here to see 0, 1, and I don't even know how to say these like fractions of a cent, so 0.0195 for the 0.5 local retrace here, up to 2.24 cents. Very likely to see a rally there. I think that the edge is with at least testing that price, no matter what the future holds for this. And we can see that's right underneath our resistance. Let's just drag that up to meet our target. And then you zoom out and holy crap, you just have you have such a massive move here to the downside that you can be set up for a really massive equal move to the upside. If we do see a break of these local resistances here on MGTI, I really would start looking up all the way to 30 to 66 cents, which is a huge range, I know, but that's just how massive this move was to the downside. Man, even 20 cents is a good target. Good targets everywhere. This is a really interesting chart. I guess people are having connection issues with the stream. You guys having connection issues? Let me see. Gotta run a test. A little test here. Must be their connection, I don't know. Works for me. Must be their connection. Anyway, I think there's definitely some upside here on MGTI. It would be hard to imagine this chart not seeing some upside after 3 years of literally just selling off. 3 years. We have a local target. We have a long-term target. This is a spicy chart. Thank you, the Coin Collector, again for your donation, my brother. And Mr. Rico wants to take a look at the total market cap. Total crypto market cap. I know it's approaching, but not yet to all-time highs. I think it's still $200 billion away from an all-time high. Smack that line on. But it has passed all the other resistances in my book. Unlikely to find resistance here on total until at least 624 billion, but in my opinion, more likely that 761 billion. Now, something that's important to remember is that basically the all-time high in total market cap didn't happen at the exact same time as Bitcoin's all-time high. And that might not make sense at first, but what we saw is a combination of Bitcoin dominance being lower and alts really overextending there at the beginning of 2018. So this chart is actually like a few steps to the right of Bitcoin's chart. Really lagging to Bitcoin's market cap. Not used to having those on top. Okay, guess you're just changing my chart up on me there, TradingView. So on the daily, still having issues with this August 2nd high. This RSI swing and MACD swing is very high, though. We have not seen any signs of slowing momentum on this rally. So putting 625 billion very much into the realm of probability here. Weekly, all right, the weekly is good, so excellent. This is what I was hoping to see on the daily. We're seeing both RSI and MACD disagreeing with the daily on the weekly chart here. Putting in a new RSI high with the current high and a new MACD high, so there is no bearish divergence on either of our oscillators, and they're in agreement with that. That's excellent. Absolutely excellent. To me, suggests that it's really on course. It's just doing what it's supposed to be doing here. The daily has more to go to the upside to see that same confirmation. However, if you look at the MACD, there's no signs of slowing down, so that's the logical conclusion, is that it will logically continue and maybe put in that higher RSI high here in the future. Maybe that happens at 625 billion. Maybe that happens at 761 billion. Who knows? This is an awesome chart too. Not one I think is worth really going into low time frames on. Simply because it's a broad view of the market. But yeah, I just want to peek this 4 hour. Nice. You have a nice little bullish divergence on the 4 hour with the same bearish divergence Bitcoin has all the way up. But you can see here that this total market cap is a tad bit more bullish at the moment than Bitcoin, having already put in a new high today versus 2 days ago. So it really does look like it's aiming for that 624 billion. That makes sense. Good eye, Rico. Good eye, mate. Bitcoin trading still in our trading range. Broke out. It actually did break it. However, it was so little that it didn't even set off my alert I had. Funny. Oh, wow, a bunch more subscribers. T-Mac, what's up, my man? Marco, my car. Marco, that's a tongue twister for me. What's up, Marco? Ekel, Khalidi, and Mr. D. Now I'm like kind of skeptical of all names. I'm like, Mr. D. Anyway, still in our trading range. Cool. The TA was pretty much on here with conflicting signals when we started, and suggesting we were pretty likely just to trade in this box for a while. And we are. Slightly dipping over it. Not even enough to set off my alert. Set like a penny higher, I guess. On the hour, we're seeing selling momentum slow down. Let's see what the 30-minute has. 30-minute is in agreement as well. Maybe I should have been looking at the 30-minute. As we see, this is a little bit more telling. Nice to see the MACD rolling over here. Kevin C, what's up, my brother? Man, so many new faces. It's amazing, guys. Love it. Love it. So many new faces. So many new crypto fam members. Basically at local resistance with the 30-minute rolling up and the hourly rolling up on MACD and the 4 hour. All right, that's the kicker. And the 4 hour suggesting that maybe we do just trade sideways with a series of higher lows before all of those time frames kind of simultaneously flipping to the buying momentum again. This first thing that comes to mind for me here is to check the Stotch RSI then. You guys know I don't really use Stotch RSI that much. Not really my jam. But the situation seems to suggest that maybe there is some kind of Stotch pattern going on. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's already crossed. Monthly hasn't crossed. Where are you? I can sense it. My crypto sensors are tingling here. Where is it? Alright, there it is. There's the first piece of it. 3-day Stotch just crossed down. We have a setup where it looks like it's going to. Not on the team. Darn, I thought there was going to be something here. Here we go. Alright, maybe it's the 12 hour. 12-hour Stotch primed with that higher low. The trend is clearly bullish. Whether or not it remains bullish is still not cemented, but the trend currently is absolutely bullish. a cross up here on the 12-hour stotch, likely to bring price up.
I was trying to point out the last monthly resistance being broken on total. If you take the closes, also XRP going to 3 cents, 6 cents tops.
Ah, dude, my battery go. Come right back to you, Bitcoin. I like that 12-hour stotch, man. In an uptrend. Watch for the stotch to cross up here on the 12-hour. Very high probability that will push price up along with it. The Rico, what? The monthly. My bad, dope. Aha, yes. Okay, I gotcha. This is what Sir Rico was looking at. 535 billion. Probably the reason I said I don't think there's resistance near us, because I have this on some chart. 535 billion monthly close from December 1st and January, or December 2017, January 2018. That's pretty much, yes, the final resistance in the monthly. Trading above it. 7 days to go. Would be amazing to see the monthly close above 535 billion on total market cap. We got that signal from Bitcoin on the quarterly back in September's close, and we can see what happened there. So to see it as well on the monthly for total, likely to see some kind of continuation as well. Yeah, I confused myself there too. We're still waiting for the monthly on Bitcoin as well, but quarterly, I wonder. Okay, this is... Anyway, I'm not even going to waste time with it. That I was looking at thinking about Bitcoin's quarterly and talking about totals monthly. But yep, that's a very, very exciting. I would love to see a close above 535 billion. That would be amazing for just the space overall, not just Bitcoin, not just altcoins, for everything. 12-hour stotch. Not even gonna look lower than the 4-hour. It's gonna take off. So lots of signs here, lots of evidence that this kind of price action, whether it has that many dips, who knows, but mostly sideways trading with the lows coming up, looks very likely here until the 12-hour does cross, which probably will put us back to our local resistance here, at least, if not retest up here at 19 again. So 12-hour giving us inside scoop to what could be happening with the market. I like it. 12-hour stotch RSI. Can hardly keep up with the shoutouts today, but I dig it, man. I dig it. David Schultz and Classic Styles. Welcome, fam. It's great to have you. I think I missed a bunch too. Katana Oleg and Chase Goltz. Welcome, everybody. Very, very exciting day with so many viewers and so many new faces. It's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Yeah. 5-hour. Looking spooky. There's just not a clear-cut thing here. The 12-hour is really the only, like, signal. We have some bullish divergence on the 4-hour, but I'm looking for some kind of clear-cut sign. Not finding them. Not finding them. Another reason I'm favoring sideways trading here. Likely in this box still, yep. And there's just like nothing. Well, so Bitcoin dominance was a big part of this episode so far, and this may make sense. So what we see in a bullish trend or in a bull market for Bitcoin is pretty much regardless of Bitcoin moving up or down, alts suffer. When Bitcoin finally relaxes and trades sideways, I guess this is enough time here. I guess this is enough time for it. We see that Bitcoin dominance tends to chill out and alts tend to catch back up to where they were. and we see a shifting in the market. It's like a seesaw. I like to call it leapfrogging, but it's like a seesawing of value, where we see value shift from Bitcoin to alts, and from alts back to Bitcoin, and from Bitcoin back to alts. And each way, each level, we see essentially trading off. And in my kind of game theory, or non-technical analysis, but my opinion and observation, what this does is it really keeps the market chasing in the wrong direction, even though price keeps going up. And typically alts dollar value remains pretty sideways during this. It's just compared to Bitcoin, it keeps pretty much everyone running in the wrong direction. Bitcoin rallies really hard and alts get crushed, and everyone starts thinking like, man, alts are terrible, I only want Bitcoin, I'm gonna go on Bitcoin and sell all my alts. So then they sell all their alts, and then all the alts start running, and then they see these price action changes, and then they chase into those back into alts, and really keeps them just constantly chasing that stick, losing out on the gains in both directions. And that's what we've seen in previous bull markets. So that's actually a good sign, in my opinion, to be seeing some of this reminiscent action where Bitcoin trades sideways and alts pick up. And then hopefully the pattern continues. We see alts chill out while Bitcoin picks up. Because that's just what we know. That's how the market pumps itself to the moon, keeping everybody in the wrong side of the trade at all times. It's a relief to see here. In 2019, I remember watching alts gain so hard with Bitcoin, and it made me nervous because it's not what I remembered from the past. And this time we seem to be set up a little bit better. We see the seesawing. We saw some very painful alt time here, really only pulling off the gas on that in the last 2 days. Last 3 days. Up until the 19th, alts were really getting butchered, and now we see them taking a breath, catching back up to where there's more correlation between them is the Bitcoin dominance. So yeah, still looking for a bounce, keeping my eyes peeled here for a bounce at the 50 daily moving average on Bitcoin dominance. Typically it would mean, if we do see a reversal, typically that means Bitcoin's making a move. Let's see, the 20th of November, that's when this started, and 20th of November. So this lines up pretty well, not as well as I would like it to for this example, but relatively sideways trading for Bitcoin, especially compared to the last few weeks. 4 days of a 6%-ish range. So that kind of lines up with what I was saying. It's not the best example, but it does highlight it. The fact that when Bitcoin trades sideways in a bullish market, typically alts do better than when Bitcoin is either pumping or dumping, and alts tend to see a lot of pain during those times. 15-minute TA, let's go. Nothing there. Yeah, well. Yeah, well. Nice. Nice little touch to the 20. On the 15-minute, and then the 30-minute looks like it's rejecting from the 20. And on the hourly, that's not a great sign. And potentially on the 4-hour, okay. $12-hour catching up. Yep. Pretty much looks like everything is kind of in this sideways trading agreement right now. The 20 weekly moving average sitting at 12,424. That has picked up so much steam in the last few weeks. We've been using that as a baseline for a bullish trend since early September, maybe the first, second week of September here on this channel. And has not come back to test it yet. We expect it to eventually, but every week that we continue this trend, we'll see this moving average speed up more and more and move higher and higher, moving that floor that we're looking for bulls to defend in this trend higher and higher and higher every week. Still think it is a smart idea to pay attention to this weekly 20 moving average. Let's see if we can estimate it. We've done it before, but it's picked up a decent amount of speed since then. I'm going to be keeping an eye for when it passes right here. Looks like December 14th. The reason being is this was the last significant price point at 13,865. There really wasn't anything in between it from now, in between there and now, except for 17,200, which is our current kind of lookout below number. Did not react the way we expected it to as resistance, but did get tested as support very lightly. So the reason we're looking at 13.8 is to see it be back tested by price on the daily or weekly. And why we're looking to see where the 20 meets it is this is Tom Crown TA exclusive what's the word? Propriety? Tom Crown propriety TA. I like to look for convergence, or when moving averages or diagonal lines or in the middle Bollinger Band here, when they cross with our horizontal supports or resistance, because I've seen through just over time that when these events happen, they become more, I guess, more likely to be tested at those levels. So we're using the 20 weekly as our baseline for our bullish trend. 13,865 was our untested support that we did expect to be back tested. We were actually looking for it to be back tested in the first quarter of next year. However, we've overshot our projection at this point. And so when these two cross each other, it's so hard to draw on the weekly. I believe it becomes more likely, or if we're going to see that back test of 13,865 at all, I think we're very likely to see it happen with the crossing of the 20 weekly there. So that would peg it as the second week, perhaps in December. Sometime in between the 7th and the 14th of December. We've had success with this before, but there is no guarantee it gets back tested. I still think that that is the most probable scenario. I've been saying it for weeks now, months now. But there's just no guarantees with the way this has been moving. There is just no guarantees, man. That actually looks pretty good. And we have come so far so fast. Yeah, like 2 months ago, people were freaking out. It was the bear market, and now it's all of a sudden everyone's like yelling about new all-time highs. It's pretty crazy. Man, this viewership is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. By far the highest viewership we've ever had. Hitting, how high did we hit? 452, 57. That's all, 462. Dang. That blows our old record out by, I don't know, 50 or 60 viewers. It's not even a super spicy day yet, so. Sweet. Alright, I can finally look at the chat for a second. Alright, Chris Spink, what's up, bro? My boy Reddy. Corey McCowan, how are you, man? How are you doing? Kev, dude, that Kev, I missed the bear market, dude. Everybody That's how it always is. No one enjoys the bear market when it's here. And then when the bear market leaves, everybody misses it. Because all the discounts are gone. Really all the fear is removed, I think is the real answer. But that is how it be. It do be that way. Crypto Mike, what's up, man? First time. Oof. Man, this Diet Coke's making me really burpy. Ooh. Tim Christofferson, what's up, brother? Ah, let's ride on two wheels, man. I'm sorry. There's something weird going on with the alerts here. And one blurred edge. Dude, I'm sorry, guys. My bad. Jay-Z, what's up? Welcome. Jay-Z, Chris Coates, Iron Fist 222, Joshua Linhart, Nemanja Janikjekov. I did my best. Welcome, everybody. It's good to have you. Thank you for following. Yeah, we can take a look at these different things here. Look at EDTY. I just typed it in backwards. CO. This monitor to my right didn't change it. I'm sorry, one blurred edge. It's not. Wait, TY. Yeah, this monitor to my right that has all the alerts is really crappy. It's super crappy. It is hard to read. Let's see. Citigroup put a target of 10. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out where they grabbed that from. Alright, you're above the 200 daily moving average. That is a good sign for like a stock that has... This looks like MGTI or whatever I was looking at earlier with years and years of downtrend. Let's see what the total retrace is. Yeah, I mean, 0.5 retrace from high to low at 927. That's a solid target. Beautiful target. As high as the 618 at 1246. So right here, that's looking pretty legit. Let's see from these other highs how that lines up though. Can we even find where they got their 10 from? I don't know. 618 right at our target. Deep retrace here. I wonder why they said 10. I don't see like a specific reason. Is there a gap here? No. Gap at 850. Yeah, alright, there's like a kind of a gap here, but not a 10 at 1091. I mean, where did they get that target from? Maybe they took this as resistance. I mean, I could see that. But then, I don't know, if you're gonna take that as resistance, why not take this as resistance as well? At 862, maybe we have to look at the monthly or something to find it. Nope. Quarterly. Now I'm like on a mission to figure out where they got that number. 8 or 1048. Nope. Nice quarter though for this. with 38 days left, massive buying response from 9 months of selling prior. I just don't see where they got 10 from. It's like only one time in its like history does it look like 10 really was interactive with price at all. Wonder where they got it from. I wouldn't typically peg that as personally. However, you know, that $10 does fall within our little target here. Of a 950 to 1255 for a larger retrace. Yeah, I don't know where they got it. Not a clue. But this looks solid, man. You did leave some gaps below, but after so long, after so long, so much selling, and you see the high volume here too, that's a great sign. Likely suggesting that sellers really did maybe capitulate here and here. And now there's less resistance to move up with. I don't know. Yeah, I think it looks good. I don't know where they got 10 from.
DX5 ounce gold shootless skydiving, and someone requested link with a super chat.
Rico S. Thank you, my friend. Actually, I have link pulled. I was looking at Link earlier. Really pulling off a similar move to what we saw on Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. We saw a move to resistance and then a move to support and a bounce. So technically strong. Technically looking strong. Bullish divergence on the lows from November 18th to November 22nd. We see that on RSI and MACD. Oops. So they're in agreement. 4 hour looks fancy. No local bearish divergence on the highs on the way up. That's great. Edge looks good here. Edge looks like it's with the bulls on Link. Looks like it would like to retest 1558. You break that, you have your next resistance on the daily at 1647. So could continue this stair stepping up. Hopefully, we've been waiting for it to break out of this wedge here. That would be a welcome sign. Yeah, Link looks surprisingly strong. That back test to 1368 really made it look, I don't know, another level stronger than it was looking. Oh my goodness, I have to go to the bathroom. I gotta pee. I don't want to pee though, we have so many people watching. We have 450 people watching and I go to the bathroom. We'll lose like 100 people. Mick Jack, what's up, brother? Mattia de Campo, Valentino, Dorinovid, and Christian Coltrane. What's up, guys? Welcome. It's great to have you here in our crypto fam. Loving all the new faces today, guys. For everyone new, make sure you're in Discord. It's the only way to keep up with our daily live streams. YouTube does not always allow you to find us. So it's really the only way to make sure you don't miss our content on a daily basis. So I hope to see you guys in there. There's also 24/7 live streaming and chat, educational resources, and all kinds of stuff. So check it out. It's also free. The best part of it all, also free. So the dollar, we are seeing a bounce. Bitcoin does not seem to care in any real way. I don't think really it's responded at all to this little bounce. And we look out, the daily candle just looks very volatile. Not really bullish or bearish at this point. No real divergence. You can see that we previously were looking at this, and before it broke, before the 11th of November, so this is kind of old, failure or rejection or sell-off from the bottom of this wedge it had painted, but it didn't happen, as the dollar typically does, whatever we don't expect. Rallied up and then sold off afterwards for some reason. I guess this is the back test failure we were looking for here. I have a nice 4-hour candle on this daily, but I'm not really sold. Not really sold, as we have these lows coming down. Maybe, yeah, a little bullish divergence from these 4 hours over here. I still think it's on track. I still think it's heading for the low over time. I think what's going to happen is maybe it even comes back to mess with this wedge again. But as soon as the US announces stimulus, which is likely to happen the beginning of next year, it's going to want to go test that 91, that 2020 low so far. This is not the most attractive pattern. I haven't looked at the dollar in a while. It's been boring. Trying to find any other point in price that looks like this, but there really isn't. Like the low in 2018 doesn't look like it. This was just a series of higher lows essentially. Nope. Maybe right here. Somewhat similar. Or here in 2008. No, I'm not sure. Alright, I really gotta go to the bathroom quick. I'll be extremely uncomfortable here in just a few minutes if I don't do this. So I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. I'll be quick about it. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, I'm coming right back. Make sure you hit that like button on the new stream. Make sure you're subscribed and join the Discord in the, I don't know, few minutes you have here before I'm back. So nobody go anywhere. I'm watching you. Anthony Torcios especially. Welcome, brother. Alright, we're back. See? That was quick. That was quick. Alright, who do we got? Jeremy Ford. What's up, man? Welcome. Mario Biesa. What's up, dude? Arno Sapien. Anthony. No, I already got Anthony. Almost got 2. Everybody else will be jealous. Can't let that happen. Welcome, guys. It's good to have you. It's a crazy day for viewership, it seems. I don't know if this is because of the alts excitement or just completely random chance, but it is great to have everybody. Great to have all these new faces here. Vesemir, what's up, dude? Good to see you. It's just fun to spacesuit. I'll just get Pampers. Make it simple. On the 30-minute, we have all those moving averages. So coiled up. Ooh, looking for a big move. I am the Buddha. Mitch's stream's always blowing up, though. That's nothing new. It's great to have all these people, man. We're seeing more and more interest every week, and it is very exciting. Very exciting. Moonberries. Now the moonberries, they grow on the moon by moon farmers. Yeah, it does rise with market cap, I'll agree. Very, very correlated. Yeah, because it's not the 2017 peak of excitement, but it's about 250 billion away, something like that. Let's check out the health of the stream. We haven't had many issues lately. That's excellent. Nice, and we're the only live. We're like the only one live for once. Maybe that's why we have so many viewers. Right. Sweet, sweet. I'll take it. Be honest, is it because we have XRP in the title? Actually, we have multiple coins. Maybe that's why. We do that more often. We had to do kind of like a dance with the titles lately to try to avoid the issues we were having. But now these, everybody's been so great with the engagement on the streams, and I guess also just more viewers in general. We have not really had that issue as often, so I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood. Hey, a shout out to Sir Rico for sending me this site, bybt.com. We've been looking for somewhere to get more accurate funding rates on open interest, and BYBT, I've never heard of it, but it just seems like a site that shows you that information. Pretty neat. Really simple. It just reminds me of CoinGecko, actually, and just shows you each exchange and ranks them by open interest, which is essentially how many standing contracts on leverage or options they have, and then it shows you short or long. So it does look like funding in general right now is short. We see the top five open interest, so Bybit, Binance, BitMEX, FTX, and Huobi, all favoring short, with Bybit USDT for some reason favoring long, Durabit, OKX, Bitfinex, and Binance USD favoring short. So no clear one-sided favorite. However, absolutely looks like at least in the 24 hours, shorts are favoring longs, and we've been watching this because we believed it to be a counter indicator, meaning whatever side they favor tends not to be the direction price goes. And so we've been looking and hoping for negative funding, which that just showed us as potentially evidence of more upside. With so little room above us, evidence of upside is extremely exciting. Simply because we're running out of room quickly before a new all-time high. Very exciting stuff. Extremely exciting stuff. I can't even keep up with all the chat. Yep. Alright, well. Hey, putting XRP in the title gets us 450 viewers every day. We put XRP in the title more often. ADA, one of the coins I literally said we were going to look at earlier and then did not. Also going for a run here with his fellow coin brethren. Daily RSI not quite where it needs to be yet, but MACD not agreeing, saying that this rally indeed is valid bullish rally. Blasting through our targets. We looked at this 3 days ago, with our 13.8 and 14.1 targets in sight, and seemingly finding very little resistance there, as weirdly is the theme lately. Blasting through. No, okay, it did reject temporarily. Good. And even back tested on the 4 hour. Next target above on ADA, 16.93 cents. Is there anything here that would suggest to us what the next move is? On the 4 hour, we do see bearish divergence on our highs. MACD and RSI in agreement on that. But mind you, that has been true on Bitcoin for, I don't know, a month, and nothing has resulted from it. Zooming in on the 1 hour, we see more bullish divergence forming on the lows. So on a shorter time frame, this reminds me of what we saw on XRP, except XRP was a little more zoomed out when we saw this. We see a resistance above us. We see bearish divergence forming on our low time frames, like 4 hour. And then we see on a shorter time frame a little bit of bullish divergence, which might suggest that it wants to go test these the next resistance above before maybe, potentially looking to really back test previous resistance on the daily or so, flipping it to support and setting it up potentially for our long-awaited 20-cent target on ADA here. This thing has been a target for, gee, God knows how long, a year plus. Yeah, that could line up well. Luckily for ADA, no bearish divergence locally. The highest point of RSI directly near it is the highest point in price, so that is a good sign for the longer term. Check it out on the weekly. Came off that bullish div on the weekly. MACD just flipped bullish. Weekly says it needs to keep going. Needs to keep going or it will look to retrace. It's so weird. We were getting like a subscriber a minute earlier, and then as of 10 minutes ago, just no more. It's just random. Random but awesome. That could just be my software too.
The site you just showed list on the top half open interest and trades opened in the last 24 hours. If you scroll further down, it shows current funding rates. Pensive face.
Ooh, Rico. Alright. That BYBT that we were talking about, I guess this is brand new. Good find, brother. Good find. Actively compare funding rates. Funding rates, okay, thanks. I'll just read it. Funding rates are periodic payments, either to traders that are long or short, based on the difference between perpetual contract markets and spot prices. When the market is bullish, the funding rate is positive and long traders pay short traders. Oh, they're making some conclusions here. When the market is bearish, the funding rate is negative and short traders pay long traders. They disagree with us, that's what that means. They don't think it's a counter indicator at all. I guess if you made this site, maybe you would have that opinion. So I'm getting my bearings here. So in the actively compared for Bitcoin, it's saying positive. This is not the, I like this site a lot. And again, thank you Rico for pointing this out. I like this site a lot. Knowing that it's new, maybe that's why I'm running into this, but this is a very difficult way to digest this information. I assume, especially with all these coming soons, I assume that they're working on this, but this is a little difficult to wade through. I know this is by exchange and predicted rate. It's a little difficult to digest. That's okay. They're brand new apparently, so they have plenty of time to work on it. I like it. I like this site. It reminds me of CoinGecko, like I said, which is a site I hold in high regard in the crypto space. High regard. Hazem Abu Kouak. Thanks for following, man. Good to have you here. I am losing my voice again. This is a theme of this month, is my voice crapping out before I'm done. There. Callie Marley, what's up, dude? Oh, I think I have Tezos pulled up. Me and Rico were talking about it earlier. There we are. And yeah, I'll look at it because it finally did what we wanted it to do. Following a similar pattern of many coins in the last few days, we see what we saw on BCH, what we saw on Litecoin. I forget the other one in this episode we looked at. But we had on the 21st a daily candle that rallied far above resistance, with a responding next daily candle on the 22nd selling off down back to that resistance and closing above, testing it as support. I can actually turn the screen. Testing it as support on the daily before rallying up to our target that we've waited for so long. Finally we hit it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Tezos may have a little more to it in the very short term, as it didn't fully test, actually didn't touch at all, but came very close, didn't test the 200 daily. Sitting $2.65, so what, 4 cents higher. Not a huge margin there, but I would expect a test of the 200 daily on this move before it's over, especially with how well it's lined up with our target. Wouldn't make sense to me to see it completely sell off without at least testing it and rejecting first. We see the 20 and the 50 crossing bullishly on today's candle. Further evidence of a continuation to the upside. Both of those moving averages sloping up, really pinching in a pretty crazily bullish way. Don't see that too often. We've been looking throughout pretty much all this time for a break of $2.20, and we've been essentially saying close a candle above that and you're going to the next target at $2.62, and we did. So Tezos looking pretty sweet. Doesn't have any bearish divergence problems on the highs on the daily or MACD. Sitting pretty. Sitting pretty. Would be nice to see it just cool off, maybe to trade sideways before moving up again and fully fulfilling this box at the top at $3 would be really ideal. So I think Tezos looking pretty great. Along with the rest of the market, there's really not a lot that's looking bad at the moment, which, take it as you will, it's a good thing. 2 hours and 43 minutes till close, and this Bitcoin dominance daily candle just couldn't be more important, in my opinion, to what's going on right now. So important where that closes. A close above the 50 daily could mean that we get a bounce sooner rather than later, and a close below likely suggests that we are going to go all the way down to the 200 daily moving average, which is only 1.5 points down from here, or about 1%. 1%. Yeah. The farther this moves down, the more your alts are going to be moving up. And when this reverses, likely to see your alts lose value against Bitcoin. Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the dollar value, though, of either asset involved. They could not really be impacted in the way you would expect. And typically we see this when Bitcoin trades sideways and traders become more confident in the market and are looking to take on more risk. And so that's what we're seeing. Gonna be interesting. Definitely keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance today in the next 2 hours and 42 minutes. Nice. Ethereum during this episode. This was during this episode, right? Should have been. Maybe not. Either way, reached our target. Maybe it was earlier I was looking at it when it hadn't quite reached it. Man, that is gnarly. Look at this. It is on the 1 hour, but that is gnarly. That's powerful. Jagged RSI, man. Ethereum, Bitcoin looking pretty darn good, but right at our resistance or our target. The 0.5 retrace, so absolutely the possibility of finding some resistance here, trading sideways, or retracing some of its gains before deciding to move up to another level or not. Zach, have you moved at all? Not really. So we started pretty much at the same level, but still looking great. Looking to close daily above resistance would be phenomenal, suggesting a good bit of upside in the future if it does. BCH. Finding resistance as we expected. Look at that accuracy. Look at that accuracy. 4 hour wick right to the top of the target. That should be a strong resistance, but if you close above it, man, 375 is your next target, and that's an alert. The crowd favorite today, XRP. Crowd favorite. Reaching up to our 58-cent target, man. We said it literally earlier in this episode that was the likely maneuver. But if it will find resistance, and if that 4 hour bearish divergence will play out at that resistance, we are going to have to wait and see. Almost certainly about to hit it. Almost certainly. Well, I don't even know. We're already there. I don't even know why I was going to say almost certainly. I'm so used to softening my words when streaming. Really beastin'. Our long-standing XRP target of 68 cents to $1 and change, $1.04. Finally in reach after all this time. All this time. So long. I think we started looking for it maybe back in August, or as early as July or June. This box has been sitting untouched. Now XRP finally looking like it's ready. Look at the BTC pair here for Ripple while we wait for that to go off. Powerful move. Very powerful move. Breaking through. yearly resistance on today's daily XRP BTC pair. And that really, if you look left, that that's a pretty significant resistance there. You can see that price found resistance and support there multiple times before exploring lower and rejecting to its multi-year low down here in early November. Now just going. Let's see where else we might be likely to find resistance. On the weekly, we do have a suggestion. We do have a price point on the weekly that suggests resist 75. Man, there's really not a lot after that. You have one more major resistance that we're not going to be able to see on the weekly here. Maybe on the monthly. Monthly says 3,200, alright. Alright, 3,200 says the monthly. 3,575 says the weekly. Either way, looking good, reaching up, touching our resistance pretty much perfectly live while we stream, and 509 people are tuned in. Wow. All right. Amazing. This is now by, I don't know, like 60 or 70 viewers, the most viewers we've ever had live. Very exciting day for me. Holy crap, and the subscribers are just rolling in. Oh wait, no, I think they're not updating me anymore. All I see is Aaron Forrest and D. Okisimi. Welcome guys. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. We are now very quickly approaching 15,000 subscribers.
XRP melting faces. Cheers.
There he is. There he is, Skytronics. Literally, go back in this episode. You'll hear me talking about you. Yeah, melting faces is right. Just touched our resistance target at 58.1 cents. And looking to see how it plays out from here, really. The Bitcoin pair has some room above it before it finds a monthly resistance, so that could... Not gonna speculate. Not gonna speculate, man. Not when things are moving like this. But I am gonna put an alert. And thank you, brother. Yeah, thank you for pointing out XRP. And did you see BCH? I'm just gonna throw you the freebie then, because I'm showing this to everybody, telling everybody about it, man. How you like those BCH targets in TA the other day, Mr. Skytronics? We didn't know if it was going to be a breakup or a breakdown, but that MA setup on the daily played out golden, man. Golden. Right to our support. Like, breaks our resistance, back tests our support, hits our second resistance. This is a clean chart, my friend. Clean chart. You had the eye the other day. You had that eye the other day, man. There we go. Now we got a bunch of Julian Shovel, what's up? Much More Games, how you doing? C-Tex, BMGin Inc., and Jordan Clifford, welcome guys. Good to have you in our crypto family. We are live here every single day, except for when I have to sleep. Make sure you guys are in Discord if you're new here. It's the only way, really, to keep up with our streams. And the latest in the technical analysis, speaking of which, Tezos finally, did it finally hit the 200 or did I just hallucinate it? Nope, but reaching up for it. That's our in-stream target for Tezos, another 3 cents. to fully touch that 25 moving average on the day. Good enough. Keeping an eye. Yeah, Discord, that's what I was saying. Join Discord so you can get alerts for when we go live every day. YouTube does not always show us to our subscribers, unfortunately. So being in Discord is the only way to make sure you don't miss the secrets that we give out all the time. What's up, Living for Christ? How you doing, bro? It's a subscribe-a-thon. Martin L. Good to have you, my friend. Thanks for the follow. Let's see. We started this episode at 14,500. What are we at now? Gee, 14,616. So we've got 106 people have subscribed in this episode alone. That is also a record. We are smashing all kinds of records today. This is very exciting. What's up? What's up? OIO 010101. XRP Army. Yeah, it does seem like XRP Army. Oh wow, yeah, the audio. Silver. I missed the name. Silver. Someone said about the music. I just noticed it is a little loud. Maybe it was just the song. Typically, it's not so loud. Now it's not playing. I don't know. I didn't even turn it off. What it's doing. That was probably why someone said the mic was low. This is the more typical microphone music ratio. I don't know why it's playing so loud. Bummer, I just noticed it though.
XRP Blue Balls release. YouTube famous BTC King of Kings, protector of the crypto realm, Big Daddy crown.
Whoa. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, dude, it does look like that, doesn't it? Letting it all go. Why is the audio? I did not notice the entire episode, but there's something weird going on with it. The settings haven't changed, but it's playing much louder. Oh well. Thank you for the 5, Josh. I appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate you here as always. YouTube famous BTC King. Future title. Frosty Oreos 2.0. This is Toke Tamas. What's up, guys? Welcome. So many new faces today. It's freaking awesome. Dude, the false flags 100% agree with you on that. 100%. It's been years of bad days. Now we finally deserve a good year, dude. I totally agree. We deserve this, everybody. Everyone who's been here through the years. You've earned it. Let's take a look at XMR quick while I wait. XMR having a solid day, maybe not the most attention grabbing, but a solid day. Really performing on par with what we've seen all year with these slow grinding moves up, trading sideways, really backtesting and building support on the way as it goes up. Broke the neckline in early October, traded as high as $140, $139, and now into November looks like a solid back test of that neckline and is climbing again. Looking to threaten the local high at 139.60, but also taking aim at our $164 resistance above. Looking more and more likely. Closing the day with a bullish engulfed candle would be a solid indication of that 139 for XMR. It's a solid chart. XMR, maybe not the most flashy chart out there, but just really solid, consistent performance through since March of this year. With these moves up, establishing support and moving up again, that's a great place to be. You don't always see that. So keep an eye on XMR as well. My voice is going. My voice is so screwed. My allergies are not being very nice. Digging it. Digging it, guys. This is the biggest day of streaming we've maybe ever had on this channel. Over 100 subscribers in this episode. 130 subscribers in this episode. Holy moly. A new high. Wow. We've even broken the high that we had. We had already set a viewer all-time high here. And we've set another one within the episode. In the last 10-15 minutes, reaching up to 508 viewers, putting about 100 viewers on top of our all-time high previous to today. Crazy. This is a crazy day for our stream. And as I say that, I see that we're having trouble with our connection. Wonderful. I wonder if we get booted. All right, looking more stable. But the connection with YouTube dropped off literally as I was saying that. Don't think it's quite returned to normal yet, so we may be going down here. We'll see. We will see. In the past, that warning that I just got has ended many a stream. Many a stream in the past, so at least it's stable. Okay. All right, good. Maybe we're not getting kicked off here. And XRP, what are you in your just like staring at it? Pushing through, man. Pushing through. Let's take a look on let's take a look zoomed out here for a second on it. It says a monthly monthly resistance, so trading above it doesn't necessarily mean it's broken. You really would be looking for a monthly close above it. 7 days to go. Could go either way. Not a lot of monthly resistance above that though. You have basically the all-time high. Maybe we can take something from here, March 2018, but monthly not showing many hurdles above. Weekly pretty much in alignment with our target. That's good. Yeah, reading the message, I'm not sure what it meant. Oh well. Oh well. Wonder if it has to do with our connection to YouTube. Well, this is just more. Yeah, the connection's still weird. We might end up going down, boys and girls. Man, we might end up crashing. The stream, talking about the stream, not referring to any chart. Something with our connection to YouTube is a little wacky right now. And that is all the more reason to make sure you're in Discord. All the more reason. If you're in Discord, you won't have to worry. Won't have to, 360. You won't have to worry about these issues because you'll always be able to keep up with us. We're live every single day looking at any coins that are doing anything interesting. You don't want to miss it. All right, now the stream is healthy. Finally, after 4 minutes of giving me warnings, it says the stream is healthy. Cool. Cool. Now I'm my attention is invested here. I want to know what happens. Right at the resistance. Pretty big one. Pretty big resistance. So pretty much just a gap. The gap up until 68 cents-ish. So this is a spicy spot. If XRP can take this resistance, this is a spicy spot. Man, I feel like I was happy about the 32, 34 cent targets being hit. I was like, yeah, man, that's some sweet TA. Look at me. And then all of a sudden it just ripping. Virtually doubled since then already. Yep, flip a coin. Flip a coin. Heads it goes, tails it doesn't. What do you think? Man, still 440 watching. Even after the stream, almost disconnected here. Pretty cool. I guess some people got kicked there because right as I got that message, I see the viewership dropped off. No worries. Wonder if we're still in search. Looks like it. All right. The biggest day of our streaming career so far today. Freaking awesome. Thanks for being here for it, everybody, making it special. Again, we are live every single day, so make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're in Discord. You can catch our episodes. Just being on the cutting edge of the crypto market. Man. And at XRP, though. So if XRP does overtake this resistance, looking for 68 cents. If we see the bearish divergence on our smaller time frames play out here, likely looking for a retest of 43 cents. We do look back and see 34 cents was never back tested. Man. Spicy. Guess I'll set another alert because my first one already went off. That way we can tab over, see what else is going on. Excellent. Bitcoin still inside of the trading box or trading range for today since the start of the episode. Still is. Has not been able to escape it in the last 2 hours, 3 hours. Pretty cool. Playing out as we, wow, that's funny too. And it even is keeping in the formation that we were just talking about earlier in the episode with these just a series of higher lows trading pretty much sideways. This is what we were looking for. BTC can close a candle above this cluster of moving averages that should give it some upward momentum back to this local resistance at 18,721 or retest of 18,980. So very exciting time actually. The 20 moving average on the 15 minutes scooping down and picking up price. Future millionaires. Hopefully we're all future millionaires. Especially Richard Absurdo for subscribing. Welcome, brother. Now that you're subscribed, you're on track. I'm not too hopeful that this breaks quite yet. Really looking basically for sideways trading on Bitcoin into the end of the day. And so far, that's what we've seen. And BTCD, we do see it trading below the 50-day moving average, making that argument for the 200 slightly below more valid. This is the reason all of your alts feel so delicious today. Because of this juicy red candle on dominance, boosting them all up. 62.5 for the 200 daily test. Be a great spot for a bounce. Really, it's going to just matter where this daily closes. Close above the 50 really just means we bounce sooner. Close above the 200 means we bounce later. Could even, yeah, in theory, could see all the way down to the 100. Sitting at 61.15. That would be a solid back test even to the previous range high in September. Many options here. But really the one thing you don't bet on is it continuing in one direction really for too long. Because you only have 0 to 100. You only have 100 max or 0 minimum. And 0 and 100, neither of those can actually exist, so even less technically. So this does not tend to sit still. Definitely still keeping an eye on that. Welcome, and welcome J Fun, Shibha, Maya, and Blacksmith McLovin. What's up, dude? Nice name. Welcome. Good to have you guys. No, Ethereum. Wow, Ethereum breaking through its the 0.5 retrace here, pushing up its USD high, reaching up for 669 or that 750. Really no reason for a rally to stop here, but I will say that I also felt that way before. Back here in September, early September. No reason to stop there, and it did. There's no resistance, no real, just kind of seems random that it stopped there. And that's where we're at again with Ethereum as it's moving up in both Bitcoin pair and dollar pair at the same time, looking solid. Set my alerts. BTC pair may be taking sights on 0.344 for the 618 retrace. That would be our next upside target on Ethereum. Bitcoin pair. This does not really look like it's slowing down yet. Beautiful, beautiful strength from these alts here on the Bitcoin dominance weakness. A topic that we've been talking about on this channel for weeks now. Zek picking back up, new daily high here, it looks like, right? Yep, during this episode, excellent. Closing the daily up here would suggest a retest of the 2020 high at just about $100 something, as high as 107. So our target that was not fully reached by Zek previously. It's darn close though. Lots of coins looking very good today. Jeez, BCH, man, don't you dare close above 319. It's too bullish. LTC, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Doing okay. Looking for 87.21 on Litecoin for the bullish engulf daily above previous 84.50 resistance, setting it up for quite a move. Quite a move. $100 likely to have some profit taking, but the first real resistance it runs into is $122, which is quite a move from here. 40%. Crazy. We will see. XRP closed that 15-minute candle above support, or above resistance, but it's still battling it here out on the hourly with 12 minutes to go. Very exciting. 58.12 cents resistance for XRP. Has not really been respecting resistance as of late, so we will see how this plays out. Yasinus, what's up, dude? Yasuo. Daniel Hoyos, welcome, guys. Thanks for following. This has been quite the episode. Holy moly. I think we're going to break not just the highest live viewership today. It looks like we're going to break the highest total views for a live episode as well. Very exciting for me and, well, I guess everybody. We're all family here. Everybody gets to enjoy it. Now, quite a few of us, quite a few of everyone, nice, my voice, quite a few new Discord members today. Right on, right on. Too many for me to even tag everybody. Awesome, though. Good choice is the best way to keep up with our daily live streams, so it's good to see so many people jumping in there. And I'm not sure how much longer my voice is gonna hold out. I don't want to stop though, man. This is the biggest day we've ever had, and you're all a part of it. Tom Crown history. I just don't know if my voice is gonna keep working. I can feel it crapping out as I talk. I get some allergy medicine. Yeah, what a crazy day for alts today. Freaking unbelievable. I have a rather diverse portfolio, and over the last, over the last month or two, the US dollar value of that portfolio has trended up very strongly, with the Bitcoin value pretty consistently trending down that whole time. And what I'm seeing as of right now today is that flip, with the dollar value actually remaining at its high, not really coming down, but the Bitcoin value of the portfolio moving up. And that is a welcomed sight and something I would expect to see in a truly bullish market, is that seesawing of value between altcoins and Bitcoin as they climb up through resistance. Very, very nice. Very nice. Man, I gotta get some like more water or something for my throat, or else I'm going to lose my voice. So give me a minute. I'm gonna throw up the hologram this time. Let's see how that goes. My smoke screen. But while you have a minute, make sure you're subscribed in the Discord and etc.
How does the lift chart look to you? Is that a double bottom on the 5 years chart? Thanks.
Yeah, Jay Nathan. Yeah, we can look at lift for you. But sorry, please give me just 2 minutes here. I need at least something, like some water or something, man. My throat is dying. But we will, I promise, we will look at lift here in just a minute. I even loaded it up just for you. All right, give me a minute. Be right back. Throw up my ninja smoke screen so no one knows I'm gone. Alright, alright. So, Mr. J. Nathan, looking at lift, yeah, as far as I know, there's only 2 years of lift. I can double check here. So a double bottom on the 5-year chart would not really be possible. There's only 2 years. Unless I'm looking at the wrong thing, man. Yeah, I'm only seeing back to April 1st, 2019 on TradingView. So if I'm looking at the wrong thing, feel free to let me know, but not sure what you're looking at. Because there's definitely no double bottom here. Especially not in 5 years. I'm just messing with you. You might have meant something else. Yo, Laser Gaming with the check mark. What's up, dude? Dang, Laser Gaming in on the XRP hype today. We could have a double top here on lift. This water's not working. Could. 41.18. But you don't have bearish divergence between your highs. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. I almost expected bearish divergence here, but you don't have it. That is solid. Let's see where we would look next. Might as well do some TA on this because I did not catch a response from you. Your next resistance at $51.09 for lift on the weekly. Moving average is looking solid. And that's looking like the edge. The edge is in favor of that 51 here. You have this awesome daily moving average setup. While you absolutely could see a retrace to there first to test those crossings down at about 31, this is definitely showing some clear signs of bullish activity on lift. That lines up really well with our 0.5 retrace right on top of this cross right here on the 50 and 100 daily moving averages. Yeah. You may get a back test. You may. But it does look like up is the general direction. A bullish divergence on the 4-hour. You don't have bearish divergence between your highs, so if this plays out to the downside, it's likely to be a weak move. Man, it's popping today on the stream. It's crazy how many people are here today, man. I don't even know what to say. Hey, Anoa M, what's up, darling? Darling from Aussie. Aussie land. Yeah, Jordan J. Jordan. Where'd you go? J. Nathan, brother, sorry. I'm not sure. Maybe you meant a different ticker? I'm not really sure. Didn't catch you. Wait. Ah, you meant the full time chart. Yep, got you. Since IPO. This is all I have, unfortunately. So lift looking bullish. Basically, I would say if you see that 37 break, that swing low, you may want to take 35. this is possible. Either way, 5109 looking very, very probable in the future here. Whether or not you backtest all those daily moving averages, do not know. But if you do see a movement back to the 31, 30 range, maybe time to start looking for a long there. Chart looks good, man. Good looking chart. Hopefully that answered the questions you have. Guys, my voice is... I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it if I keep going here. As much as I absolutely want to keep going. Been an incredible day. Incredible day. Looked at a lot of coins doing really well. We broke our all-time high for viewers here today, and then we broke it again. So we broke it twice in one day. We're almost certainly going to break the highest views we've had in a day as well. Very exciting. Very exciting. You don't have to talk, I'll just sit here. Could do that. Could do that. Yeah, I can leave the stream up either way. I definitely need to give my voice a break though. So the last thing I think I'll say here is make sure you're in Discord so you can keep up with our daily live streams, and please make sure that you've subscribed because we are live every single day with the cutting edge in crypto technical analysis, and you don't want to miss it. You can't miss it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my mic off or else I'm gonna lose my voice. But that, I'm so thankful for all the people that were here today. Incredible show.